Welcome back to the battle between Thing versus Sabretooth. Both characters are defined by the concept of monster, but at two completely opposite extremes. One side is a man with the heart of a hero, but trapped in the form of a giant rock. The other is a creature with the form of a muscular warrior, but concealing the mind and instinct of the most brutal, wild predator. A fight between the Thing and Sabretooth would not end with a single strike, but would be a war of attrition, where patience, endurance, and exploiting the opponent's weaknesses will determine who is the last one standing. In short, let us begin.
Ben Grimm, also known worldwide by the nickname The Thing, is the solid pillar, the heart and soul of the Fantastic Four. Growing up with Reed Richards in the slums, Ben was a tough street kid, a football star, and later a talented test pilot. It was the desire to explore the universe and absolute faith in his best friend Reed that led him to the decision to steal the spacecraft, resulting in the cosmic ray burst that permanently changed the fate of all four. While Reed, Sue, and Johnny retained their human forms, or could control them, Ben was completely transformed into a giant creature with orange skin resembling stacked rock slabs. The Thing's abilities are a testament to pure physical defense and strength at a high level. Ben's rock skin is not actually inanimate stone, but a thick, diamond-hard epidermis composed of mutated biological cells with extreme durability and load-bearing capacity. This skin makes him completely immune to most conventional physical attacks. Bullets from heavy machine guns, missiles, or even medium-level energy blasts can only scratch him or ricochet back. Ben can survive in the vacuum environment of space, withstand the pressure at the bottom of the deep ocean, and walk through fires with temperatures of thousands of degrees Celsius without being harmed. The Thing possesses superhuman strength to the degree that he can lift and throw objects weighing hundreds of tons. He is frequently witnessed brawling hand-to-hand with green giants like Hulk, stopping punches capable of leveling an entire skyscraper, or holding open-closing blast doors with pure muscle power. Ben's strength lies not only in his muscles, but also in the enormous mass and momentum of his body. Every punch from the Thing carries the momentum of a train running at full speed, enough to break the structure of reinforced concrete, crush super durable metals, and cause tremors that can crack the very ground. However, the Thing's real weapon lies not only in his rocky body, but in the fighting skill and willpower of Ben Grimm. Before becoming a monster, Ben was a test pilot and a top-level athlete. He does not fight like an amateur just swinging his fists. Ben is a master of physics, boxing, and judo. He knows how to use his massive body weight to create leverage, throws, and precise hook punches. His fighting style is a combination of the brutality of a street thug and the discipline of a military man. He is a true brawler, preferring to close in, crush, and finish his opponent with his blows. Ben Grimm lives in a silent tragedy. He hates his monstrous form, always feels self-conscious, and believes he is unworthy of love, especially the love for Alicia Masters. However, that very insecurity forges an iron will of a hero. Ben does not fight for glory or recognition. He fights for those he loves, and for the vulnerable who cannot protect themselves. He is the calmest member of the Fantastic Four, always playing the role of mediator, father figure, and elder brother. In combat, Ben is not easily agitated by provocations. He is accustomed to being feared and loathed by people. Therefore, psychological warfare tactics like roaring, threatening, or acting deranged have absolutely no effect on him. Now we will talk about Sabretooth. Sabretooth is the embodiment of wild instinct, of pure brutality and the eternal shadow haunting Wolverine's life. If Wolverine is an assassin with a conscience and sometimes a hero, then Sabretooth is a true psychopath, an unrepentant, merciless serial killer. Victor's exact origins are shrouded in the mists of time and the erased files of the Weapon X program, but it is known that he is a mutant who has lived for centuries, thanks to his superhuman healing factor. He is Wolverine's half-brother, and their relationship is a long chain of betrayals, hatred, and bloody massacres. Sabretooth's abilities are the pinnacle of biological evolution designed for a predator. He possesses a massive physique, bulging muscles, agility, and flexibility that are unbelievable for someone of his size. But Victor's physical strength is only a small part of his biological arsenal. Sabretooth's senses surpass those of humans by hundreds of times. He can smell the scent of blood, sweat, and even the fear of his prey from miles away. He can hear an opponent's heartbeat to anticipate their attack intentions and see clearly in complete darkness. These senses turn him into a perfect killing machine, impossible to ambush and never losing track of his prey. The most terrifying weapons on Sabretooth's body are his razor-sharp claws and his healing factor. He possesses bone claws, in some later versions, upgraded to adamantium, that can tear through steel, sever tendons and bones, and pierce most conventional materials. Combined with his muscular strength, his slashes can cause fatal wounds in just seconds. But what makes Sabretooth a true nightmare is his healing factor. Victor's immune system and cells operate at a dizzying speed, allowing him to regenerate destroyed tissue, reattach severed limbs, and heal wounds that would instantly kill any normal creature. He has survived being blown up, being incinerated, and even losing part of his brain. This healing factor also makes him immune to most toxins and poisons, and slows the aging process to the point of near immortality. Sabretooth does not fight like a martial artist, he fights like a beast. He uses his entire body as a weapon: claws, teeth, nails, and sheer insane aggression. He enjoys toying with his prey, like seeing his opponent in pain and despair, before delivering the finishing blow. He moves on all fours when he needs to accelerate, can leap dozens of meters, and cling to walls. Sabretooth's agility and speed are among his greatest strengths, allowing him to dodge attacks from larger enemies and find deadly blind spots. However, Sabretooth's psychology is both his driving force and his fatal weakness. Victor is extremely arrogant. He believes he is the apex predator, the alpha of the pack, and that all other creatures are merely prey. This arrogance often causes him to underestimate opponents, preferring to prolong the fight to satisfy his brutality instead of finishing it quickly. Furthermore, his animal instinct sometimes overrides reason. If provoked, blinded by rage, or when his hunting instinct is deceived, Sabretooth can lose control, charging into attacks without defending. He is also obsessed with Wolverine, and sometimes personal hatred causes him to ignore more important tactical objectives. The confrontation. To determine the winner, we must analyze in depth the interaction between offensive strength, defensive capability, and psychological warfare of both. The Thing has an overwhelming advantage in pure strength and mass. Ben Grimm is heavier, larger, and possesses physical strength far beyond Sabretooth. A full-force punch from the Thing carries enough momentum to crush the bones of most creatures on Earth. Conversely, Sabretooth has clear advantages in speed, agility, and senses. Victor can move faster, has better reflexes, and can easily dodge Ben's slow, heavy punches. In the early stages of the fight, Sabretooth will surely control the pace. He will use his speed to leap around, constantly delivering slashes and cuts to the Thing's body, trying to exhaust Ben and make him bleed. However, this is where the complex nature of the Thing's strength comes into play. Sabretooth's greatest weakness in this fight is precisely his penetration ability compared to his opponent's durability. The Thing's rocky skin is not normal flesh. It is a super durable organic polymer compound, almost as hard as diamond. Sabretooth's standard bone claws absolutely cannot pierce this skin. He can scratch, he can create small cracks on the surface, but he cannot penetrate deep into vital tissues or sever Ben's tendons and bones. Even when considering the version of Sabretooth with adamantium claws, indestructible metal, although he could pierce through the rocky skin, his muscular strength is not great enough to drive those claws through the thick layers of rock-like muscle and bone underneath to cause fatal damage. In contrast, the Thing does not need to pierce. Ben's strength lies in impact force. Sabretooth has a healing factor, but the healing factor cannot regenerate a body that has been crushed into pulp. If the Thing lands a direct punch to Sabretooth's chest or head, the impact force will transmit through the skin and muscle, causing severe internal injuries, broken ribs, and brain contusion. Victor's healing factor will have to work at full capacity to heal these injuries, and that consumes an enormous amount of energy. In terms of psychology and combat experience, the Thing holds the decisive advantage. Sabretooth relies heavily on intimidation and making his opponent afraid. He roars, bares his fangs, and acts deranged to make his prey panic. But Ben Grimm has seen things more terrifying than any of Victor's threats. Ben has fought cosmic entities, alien monsters, and enemies with world-destroying power. Ben is not afraid of Sabretooth. In fact, Ben often feels amused or annoyed by the antics of those who consider themselves monsters. Ben's calmness will gradually cause Sabretooth to become frustrated. When his slashes cause no significant damage, Victor's animal instinct will rise, making him lose patience and make mistakes. The battle. Sabretooth will dance around, constantly attacking, trying to find a weak point. The Thing will defend, using his two giant stone arms to shield vulnerable points like his eyes and mouth, while absorbing non-lethal attacks. Ben will patiently wait. When Sabretooth becomes overconfident, too focused on tearing his opponent's face, and lunges in with a full-force attack from above, Ben will seize the opportunity. With the reflex speed of a test pilot and the strength of a strongman, Ben can catch Sabretooth in midair or take a slash in exchange for grabbing Victor's wrist. Once the Thing has seized Sabretooth, the fight is over. Ben will give Victor no space to move. He will be pinned to the ground and will have to take consecutive clobber punches. These punches will break Sabretooth's bone structure, rendering him unconscious or so severely injured that his healing factor will take hours, even days, to fully recover. Sabretooth is a fearsome killer, a nightmare for most street-level heroes. But the Thing is a mobile fortress, a battle-hardened warrior with strength and durability on a completely different level. Sabretooth lacks the offensive power necessary to take down the Thing before he himself is crushed. Victor's healing factor can help him survive the battle, but it cannot help him win. Therefore, in my opinion, the Thing will be the last one standing, watching the wild predator fall beneath rocky fists and proving that a heroic heart is always stronger than wild instinct. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you all very much.